Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teach Astronomy. My name's Victoria, but you can call me Vicky, and today you can call me your game master because this is my show now. I have taken the reins from Grant, and this is my show. This is our holiday D&D special. So for this week and next week, we are going to be doing a fun little mini adventure in between the, and not related whatsoever to the endurance missions. And Grant gets to be a player this time. We also have Kyle with us, and we have a new player, McKenna. And I will let you guys introduce yourselves. I guess going in a circle, we'll start with Grant.
Hi everyone. I'm Grant. Of course, you're normally your game master. Are we introducing characters yet, or are we waiting on that?
Not yet. We will introduce characters in story.
Yeah, and I will say this. It's just I usually fill another role here. This is a very fun change of pace for me. So let's do this.
And then McKenna.
Yes, my name is McKenna. You can also call me Mac, and I'm just excited to be here and play some D&D.
Nice. And McKenna is going to be joining us for our later missions in D&D in space as well. So he will be a face you will see again. And Kyle.
And I'm Kyle, and some of you know me. I will not be playing Leaf today, unfortunately, but we might still get to press some buttons. And
they may be very archaic buttons. We're going classic D&D.
I think I might be the only one who's actually played with Vicky as a DM before. So yes. I'm really excited for this.
Yes, Kyle was around for some of my very short-lived D&D campaigns where we intended to make them much longer, and then people get busy, because if you've ever played D&D, you know that happens a lot. Zach's backpack, thank you. They said Vicky is the goat, and then had a little goat emoji. Thank you so much. I try. I'm very nervous. We're going to do this, though. I have a beverage, because this is Teach Astronomy After Dark. So thank y'all for joining us, and I think we will just hop right into it. I know our chat can see the nameplates, and we will introduce y'all to the characters in just a moment. But the guys do not know who everyone is playing as, and we will learn that in just a moment, because I have a little thing to read for you. Ahem. Somewhere in the universe, the colony ship Endurance is traversing the stars on the hunt for a new home for its many inhabitants, including a button-pressing psionic adept, a cephalopod-ish doctor, a surprisingly sarcastic synthetic, and a chaotic pink-haired pilot. But this story isn't about them. This story takes place far, far away on a little planet called Holiday. This planet is strange and unique, and its inhabitants are even stranger. Each one is born of a mythos from some intelligent species across the galaxy to represent a special occasion. Every single holiday, from Halloween to Diwali to Yom Kippur, and all the ones created by other intelligent civilizations in this vast universe of ours, and all the many iterations that those mythos can take, is represented here by someone, and it is all ruled over by the kind and benevolent leader and one of the oldest myths known, New Year. Our adventure begins in the waiting room of New Year's Castle on the planet Holiday. Despite supposedly only being a waiting room, it is decorated lavishly with 4 beautiful couches that look as though they're made completely out of lush treetops from the 4 different seasons, with winters being an evergreen. The room is empty right now, but in walks whoever wants to introduce themselves first.
Well, I can tell you for sure I am not sitting on the evergreen. Who thought that was a good idea? Spiky all over the place. I love them in winter time, but still. I walk up to the receptionist, if there is one.
No receptionist. I think you probably passed a receptionist on your way in here. This is the waiting room, I guess, for the throne room specifically, to talk to New Year.
Okay. Bert takes a seat on the spring bench.
Excellent. It is a lovely, cherry blossom looking tree. Extremely comfortable. It's very nice. Very plush. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Bert?
Bert is a warlock. Gets his power from someone he refers to as the big man, and he's got some fun stuff about him. Most people who see him at first glance might notice that he just walks around with what looks like a quarterstaff made out of candy cane. That's just kind of his shtick.
Amazing. All right, so Bert sits down. Maybe a minute or two passes, and in walks whoever wants to come in next.
I guess that's me. Opening the door with an essence of grandeur. Is a very large, very tall, burly man, probably 6.5 feet tall, 6.5 feet wide, uh, wearing a very fine silk shirt, very dark red hue, essences and of white stitching moving about it, very long white beard, and somewhat rosy cheeks. He has his sleeves rolled up with very ornate tattoos on either arm, one saying naughty, the other saying nice.
Boss man, how are you doing?
My friend, it's good to see you, Bert.
Well, get around all the time, don't we?
That is very true. See, what is it that brings you here today?
I was summoned?
You were summoned. I will explain why you were summoned in just a second. Sorry, I forgot. That probably should have been in the beginning part as well.
I was hoping you knew a little bit more than me, but
Well, what can I say? I just came from the Tinkerers Guild building all the toys. I mean, I'm just hot off the presses.
how are things going? It's so close to Christmas.
Only 3 minor accidents. Jimmy, John, and Becca all ended up they were riding the conveyor belts again.
Wonderful. It's a new low for this time of year.
Well, they're just having fun. I mean, that's what we elves have to do, you know? If it's
Very
fun,
true.
it's not work.
Very true.
Amazing. And as you finish that little conversation, our other friend walks in.
And in walks Father Klaus of the Hall of Mark, and looks around, spots a familiar face,
Boss man!
and approaches what appears to be his mirror image, only much taller. And looks at the bench. Well, I suppose I'll stand. There doesn't appear to be room.
No, please, take my seat.
Oh, and
I
I
couldn't
forgot.
possibly.
I forgot to have McKenna. I forgot to have you explain who like North's
Absolutely.
D&D-esque traits, and then Kyle, you can do that for Klaus as well.
Of course. Yeah. Like I said, he's a very burly man. 2 swords at his side. Is a barbarian of sorts. And yeah.
Yeah, and Klaus is an elfin cleric with a staff, with like a curved staff with a bell on it.
I love it. So, as I said, you were all summoned here for a reason that I should have explained. The reason you are all here today, and you did not know each other were coming for this, is you got a letter. You got a letter from New Year themselves. And the letter is as follows, I guess. Dearest, your name. My fellow Holidayan, I am writing to you in a time of urgent need. There is a threat looming on the horizon, and I need a very particular group of people to help fend it off and save all of Holiday. Please heed this call and join me for a meeting at the castle at noon in 2 days' time. Discretion is highly advised. And so that's why you're all here. Also, I love the way that you guys decided to do that, because I allowed room for there to be a fight about who's the real Santa. But I love that we're all... Oh, shit. All of my windows just went away. Haha, we're back. Chat just sat on my desktop for a minute. But I love that we're all just like, yes, North is the real Santa.
North is clearly the real Santa. I'm just a really big fan.
Amazing. I love it. So, I don't know. If, I suppose we've had introductions gotten out of the way. In a moment or two after you sit around awkwardly in a waiting room and maybe exchange some more notes about, yes, Christmas is coming, yes, the weather.
Bert is tinkering, using his gnomish tinkering skills, because Bert is technically a gnome.
I love it.
So, the workday never stops. He's working on a clockwork toy.
Oh my gosh. So there are two very large, very ornate gold doors that, I mean, they match the gold of the entire room, but one of them creaks open just a smidge, and in walks a strange-looking little cat that has bunny ears and a bright red nose. Bit of a confusing kitten. But they look at you and they say, "Hello, I thought we were expecting another. I'll have,
Well, there was a rather harsh blizzard outside.
No, I don't think it's, I'll let New Year know. You folks can come along with me," and their, like, tail does a little, like, gesture. And they walk back over to the door and push it open with their little paws. And the doors open to reveal the grand throne room of the castle. And across a very long hall, big, it's a throne room. It's a long hallway kind of thing. Sits a very ornate throne. New Year. So I assume you guys follow the cat.
Of course.
Yes.
Great. Make it easy for me.
Stops at the threshold briefly to lay a blessing upon the throne room,
Okay.
and then steps through.
Excellent. Does that mean something? Do I have to
No,
make you roll for
absolutely
that? Okay. Just checking.
He just says a blessing.
Okay.
Blessings be upon this throne room. Steps through.
So the little black cat leads you once they get to the stairs that go up to the few stairs that go up to New Year's throne. They hop up and sit on New Year's lap. And it's very, you folks have definitely seen New Year before. Maybe not in person, although the big man, North, has probably gone to a shindig or two at New Year's before. But the rest of you have at least seen them in photos and on television and at big speeches and events and things like that. But every time, the sight of your planet's leader is one to behold. They are an ever-changing being, shifting between seasons and holidays like the year played in a gentle fast-forward. At the current moment, they're somewhere between Thanksgiving and Holy, wearing a cape bursting with bright colors over top a burnt orange pantsuit, their hair cut short and shimmering a bluish white. And they look up. They have a notebook in their lap that they're reviewing. And they look up and they say, my fellow Holidayans, thank you so much for joining me on such short notice. I greatly appreciate your haste, as my letter was no exaggeration. We are unfortunately dealing with a threat that is putting our entire planet, and thus all the planets that our mythos inspire, in grave, grave danger. And I need you folk to help me out with this. We also have a fourth member that I heard is not here right now, but she will be joining you next week. That is said as me. The next week part. In real life, it'll probably be tomorrow. Or in real life, in the game, it'll probably be tomorrow. So, but she will be joining you later. Essentially, there is an evil presence that has come to light recently. Two evil presences, in fact. A siren that has been scorned from the region of Valentine, and an incubus that was also rejected from Halloween and some of the darker holiday areas. The incubus seems to be the instigator of this. Somehow these two have planned together and this incubus has discovered a song. This song is imbued with magic that we thought this was lost to time. And even then, when it was discovered, when there were rumors going around that this incubus may have found something like this, we weren't very worried because it needs a partnership in order to activate this song's magic, that we didn't think this incubus would ever... They work alone, usually. But unfortunately, they have found a partner in this siren. And if this song is performed by these two, it will bring about an eternal winter. Thus, I suppose it will, it won't harm you folk very much.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Well, I mean, that would give us no opportunity for a break or vacation after the holiday toy making. As soon as it starts snowing, we go into overdrive every single time.
That's one part of the problem. Yes, it would mean that the wintertime holidays would be just constantly called upon, whereas the spring, summer, and fall holidays would have nothing to inspire, have no myths to inspire if or have no energy to inspire the myths, and therefore all of the planets that rely on our mythos to continue their holiday cheer, they would also have a real bad time, as one might say.
My ho-ho-ho is getting hoarse just thinking about it.
Your what?
My ho-ho-ho is getting hoarse just thinking about it.
Interesting. I like that. That's a fun one.
I don't believe I've heard of that band.
You don't nay.
I love that Ken is just cracking up. Very good. But yes, so essentially I need you to do whatever you folks, I called upon you, my most trusted agents of chaos, I suppose. Outside of game, I told them they could use any myths that they wanted. I didn't know everybody was going to go with Christmas. I think that's very funny.
From three different sources.
From 3 different sources.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Love it. So happy. But there's no reason why New Year would actually pick you guys. But this is D&D, so it doesn't need to have a reason. So she trusts you guys. It's great. Or they trust you guys. It's excellent. But anyway, you folks, I'm entrusting you folks to do whatever it takes necessary to stop this duet from happening. Their plan is to get to the top of Calendar Hill. I don't know when, but I know that's where the song has to take place. Calendar Hill, by the way, you guys would know, is not very far from New Year's Castle. Valentine is also, the region of Valentine is also relatively close. I'd say like several hours carriage ride, because we're in the carriage ride kind of universe here, to either of them. But anyway, they are planning to do this duet on Calendar Hill. I do not know when. I know that it's coming soon, though. And we need to stop it, because this could spell doom for our entire planet and the planets that rely on us. Do you accept this quest?
Absolutely.
Why, of course.
Ho ho ho.
I'll take that as a yes. Although I thought you said that was getting hoarse. Anyway, you have horses?
And now you know
Is
why.
that what you meant? You have horses named Ho Ho and Ho? That must get confusing. Anyway. Anyway. So as far as intel I have for you, all I know is that the incubus has been in hiding. There's been rumors of him here and there. It's very, it may be very difficult to find him. What I can give you is his name. His name is Michael Bublé. And the siren, she is living outside of Valentine. She left Valentine because for whatever reason. And she has been known to be living somewhere in the region of Valentine, out in the woods. Her name is Mariah Carey. You cannot let these two duet. You cannot. It will bring about an eternal winter. This is a great time to say that
terrifying.
What?
I said they sound terrifying.
They are. This is a real threat. This is a great time. This is a great time.
Extremely seriously.
Yes. This is a great time to mention that this is a little idea inspired by some TikTok user that I desperately tried to find before this and could not. But shout out to the TikTok user who said Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé will sing a duet that will bring the eternal winter. Play that as D&D, and I said yes. So anyway,
they have the same effect as the White Witch from Narnia. It's great.
yeah. So, do you folks have any questions for me? That's unfortunately all the information I can give you. I'm sure the people of Valentine will have some more direction as to where Mariah might be actually living and what she's been doing. I don't know much.
Well, if I may, I'd like to attempt to find some clarification, because, I mean, I know for my particular skill set, they're particularly good for dealing with ice goblins and stuff like that. Are we supposed to... I'm assuming the best outcome is to bring them back breathing? Is there a preference?
Well, so listen. The
I mean, this sounds like a like kind of one of those sort of mint ops that they always talk about and make movies about. The Dark Chocolate series specifically. You know, with the 90% dark.
Yes. I would say the best policy to take for this is maybe don't shoot first, as one may say, but defend yourselves as necessary. The incubus has caused problems for us in the past. The siren is generally fine. If you can solve this by diplomacy and, less stabby methods, that would be great. But sometimes measures have to be taken, and I understand this.
Very well. I will use my foreman of the Toy Makers Guild skills to take care of this. It'll be fine. Of course, with the Big Bad's help. Isn't that right, boss?
North literally sheathes his sword that he was drawing.
He was like, I'm ready. Any other questions before I send you folks off to get some provisions? I see you have some of your own, but we may have a few things from our Castle Curiosity Keeper that can fill your pockets, help you out.
Think from me.
Excellent. Kitty? Kitty stands. Her name is Kitty. I couldn't think of anything better. And she jumps down and says, what, do you know if, before I go, she raises her tail like a hand and goes, before I go, should I be looking out for the other one? And, New Year's like, no, I'll handle that. Oh, and before you go, and, she gets up, they get up, I keep misgendering them, they get up, and, behind their throne is like a fancy cabinet thing going on. I don't know, like a set of drawers. And they open one of the sets of drawers, and they take out this object that they give to North. And it is a snow globe, but like a snow globe that's actually the globe. So it's a globe, like it's a 3D map of Holiday, surrounded by a little bit of glass, and in between the glass is a little bit of fake snow. But instead of just being on a normal like pedestal thingy, it's got like like 2 little joysticks in it. And you notice when you look at it that on the front, where those joystick thingies are, there's like a little, like, what's that word?
Crosshair? Crosshair?
Yes. And New Year says, this is a traveling globe. You can use that to get around. Just navigate to where you need to go and press that. There's also a big button. And press the big button on it, and it will take you there instantaneously. It has got 10 charges, so you should be all set to go.
I can't believe you gave someone something with a giant button on it and it wasn't me.
You can take it. All right. And Kitty leads you out of the room and down some hallways. The castle is quite large. Kitty makes some small talk on the way. So, you folks all from Christmas? Kitty's voice keeps changing. I can't remember it.
I most certainly am. Spend most of my days inside the toy factories. Have you seen this clockwork? This is actually a clockwork cat. What do you think?
She, her tail kind of like, it's a wild tail, kind of just grabs it and brings it to her face and is like, that's quite good. And then she turns to you and she like holds it up next to her face. She's like, look at the resemblance. And then she hands it back to you.
Uncanny.
No. It is yours. I may have made some minor modifications to it. Consider it an early gift for the season.
Oh, why, thank you. And so she
Minor
just kind
modifications.
of, she sets it on her back. So it's like sitting on her back, like a little cat riding another little cat. It's excellent. All right, and you folks reach the Castle Curiosity Keeper room. It looks from the outside just like a normal room. It's kind of in like where the kitchen and like the room. There's an arsenal I think you pass, and you're like, why didn't she send us there? Whatever. But I guess New Year did say like maybe diplomacy.
Big man's got weapons, and I don't carry any.
Exactly. But the doors are open and or like it's those like double or like split door thing, like a stable. So the tops of the doors are open, but the bottom is still closed, and you can see inside there's like rows and rows of stuff, and it's all in boxes and everything, and you hear and Kitty jumps up and there's a little bell and dings the bell and says, shit, I don't have a name for this person. Julius!
Todd.
Julius. His name is Julius. Julius. Oh, hey, that's your other character in my podcast. That's funny. Anyway, Julius, we have some folks sent from New Year that need some stuff. Do you have the stuff for them? And you hear a clatter. And then Julius peers up from like behind some boxes and is like, oh, yes, I think, is it for the ones that are gonna go like save the world or something? Kitty's like, yeah. He's like, great. And so he dips away and then he comes back and he goes over. He's maybe in his 60s. He's got those big glasses. Think like the dad in Beauty and the Beast. And he comes over with a big box and he sets it down and he opens the top and he says, hello, I have many things. Take your pick. New Year said you only get 2 each, except if you pick a ring, only 1 ring per person. And he pulls out another separate box and there's a little box of rings. And now you guys can open that document that I sent you, which has item options. And while you do, and while you look through them, I will give everyone in chat a little rundown of everything that is in there. And like I said, so everybody gets 2. You can only have 1 ring though. So, and you don't have to have a ring at all. If you want to get 2 of the other things, that's fine. There is only 1 of everything. Yeah, there's only 1 of everything. And yeah, I'm going to review all this stuff. So there is and this is a very weird smorgasbord of things, but I thought it was fun that way. So there is the Dust of Disappearance, Potion of Mind Reading, Potion of Speed, Potion of Animal Friendship, Armor of Resistance, which that one can be charmed with whatever resistance that you want, whoever picks it out. The Eyes of Charming, the brooch. I think I just had a stroke. The Brooch of Shielding, the Robe of Stars, which is my favorite. The Ring of Spell Turning, the Ring of X-Ray Vision, the Ring of Swimming, the Ring of Feather Falling, and the Ring of Jumping. If you see something that you want, I don't know if y'all want to, I don't know if anybody's going to fight over these. Should we roll for it? I'm going to make y'all roll for it. Whoever gets the highest number gets to pick first, and we'll go down from there. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Because I have that power.
That's 15 for me.
All right.
That's a 1.
Starting up strong.
Great start. I got a 16.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So we'll go North, Bert, and Klaus, and then everyone pick one, and then we'll do it again. So Kyle doesn't get the real short end of the stick.
And it was if we choose a ring, then that's just the only item.
No,
Right,
you
or
can
is
get
it-
a ring in something else. You just
You
can't
just
get
can't get
two
two
rings.
rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too much. You know?
Yes, that
we
makes
have a
sense.
limit on jewelry here. Speaking of which, I have dice earrings now.
As Bert begins
are
to unpack
so
his
cool.
chains.
They're
Okay.
actually dice. Like, it's, you can't see it on camera, but they're great.
I feel like that
I suppose I
affects
can-
the randomness of the roll.
A little. My camera
got a
doesn't want to
skewed
focus this
probability.
close. It's great though because the 20 is facing out if you wear them right, and then the 1 is facing back. It's very fun.
Nice.
Anyway,
That's very
Sick.
cool.
if you guys have any questions about these items, also feel free to ask. If
guess
the
I'm
chat has any
going.
questions, also feel free to ask. I suppose.
Yeah. North leans over the box and picks up a small vial of a black and yellow fluid and uncorks it. It's good. He puts it in his pocket.
Amazing. That one's the
Potion of speed.
speed. Okay, gotcha.
Well, hang on.
Did I steal your pick? I'm sorry.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Bert's gonna grab the Robe of Stars.
Hell yeah, that's my
He's
favorite
always
one.
wanted something like that.
Such a cool item.
Yeah, so the potion of speed is kind of the name it does what it says on the tin, it makes you fast. The robe of stars is wild. It's a robe as it's described in the thing. A robe of stars that I don't have the actual full description here, but it's a robe of stars. My favorite part is that there are like 6 big stars around the front, and you can just pull one off and throw it, and it becomes the spell magic missile. Like, very cool. Big fan. So, Robe of Stars for Bert.
And then Klaus is going to reach into the smaller box and grab a small, unassuming ring and slip it onto his finger. The Ring of Spell Turning.
That one is fun. That one, it is small and unassuming, but you do realize that the gem on top of it is flattened in a way where it is like a perfect mirror, like a little mini mirror, so you can see yourself in it. Very cool.
Looks like Big Boss Man.
It's a little distorted, so yeah, you're right.
Looks a little wider than usual just because of the angle.
Excellent. All right. McKenna, would you like to make your second pick?
Yes, I will do. You know what? I'm a sucker for the dust of disappearance. He picks up the small pouch containing a strange powder inside of it.
Lovely.
Means I have to figure out something again.
Oh, is that what you wanted?
No, it means I actually have to make a decision because I was flipping back and forth between a couple of them.
Decisions.
Bert grabs a ring from the small box that is wreathed in feathers. and adds the ring of feather falling.
Excellent. I love it. Here's a fun chicken and egg question, but the answer is clear, I guess, now that I say it out loud. Was feather falling a thing from D&D first or Minecraft first? Obviously D&D first. I mean time. That's how it works. Anyway.
And I think that Klaus considers for a moment and then picks up a small vial of a dense purple liquid with a cloud of pink floating in it.
Amazing.
And tucks it away somewhere.
The potion of mind reading. Very fun. That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And with that, as soon as you grab that and you put it away, Julius goes, "Thank you," and then puts it away. And he's like, "1 second, though." And he turns around and he goes back into the aisles, and you hear a lot more of, like, shuffling around. And he comes back with a smaller but nicer box. That one was just a brown box, as if he was like, these things need to be shown to someone. This one is very nice and professional. And he puts it down, and he opens it up, and he says, "You are allowed 4." They're all health potions. He goes, "You're allowed 4 of the small ones. 2 of them, these ones. 1 of the nice one." And by nice one, I mean superior. I will look up the stats on those whenever you need to use them. But basically, I don't want you guys to die right away. Just in case you do something stupid. So, because this is fun. This is a fun holiday stream.
Something stupid like be a cleric and not have any healing magic?
Yeah, something like that. Really? None?
This will be interesting.
Our healer has.
Oh no, I do actually have one.
Okay.
But just the one.
Amazing. But yeah, so you guys can divvy those up however you want. It can just be a communal count of those. But 4 common health potions, 2 uncommon, and 1 superior. And then he take those and he snaps it closed. He almost catches someone's hand in it. Says, "Thank you." And yeah, and leaves. And Kitty's like, "Julius is interesting. He's anyway." And she
Feels
actually
I was going to say, it feels like he might be interesting as another character somewhere along the lines who does a similar job.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's just this recurring nightmare I have. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay.
When you work around with clockwork enough, you start having nightmares about it.
Is it the fumes?
It might be.
I feel like it's got to be the incessant ticking.
Oh, that sounds bad too. Yeah.
You don't hear the ticking?
No, the bells drown it out. Rings bell.
You're strange. You're an interesting. I wonder why New Year picked you guys. Anyway, oh, and Kitty's still got the little cat on her back, and she's actually like,
Don't worry. That one, it's not wound. Unless you wind it, it doesn't tick. I think.
I hope not.
I've been around
And then
a
she
lot
like
of
looks
loud
at you guys.
noises. I've been around a lot of loud noises. I can't always hear if it's ticking.
She kind of like looks at you guys and kind of like assesses you for a second for the first time, and is like, "Julius, can you get me?" And he goes, "Yeah." "Can you get me the onyx thing? Can you grab that for me?" And he's like, "Kitty, just give me a second." And there's more shuffling. He's like, "Where did you put it last time?" And she's like, "I returned it to the right spot." He's like, "Yeah, okay, I found it." And he comes over and he puts on the table, similar to the little figure that you gave Kitty, a little onyx cat figurine. This is one of the figurines of Wondrous Power. And Kitty pushes it towards you and says, I trust New Year with my life. They are my leader and my everything, and they give me catnip whenever I want it, and it's great. I don't know why they picked you guys, but just in case, because I do want this to go well, take this. If you need me, smash it on the ground. I'll be there. Okay. Doors that way. Have fun! And she just jumps down and walks back towards the throne room.
A vote of confidence from the cat.
Yes.
Come to think of it, that's very cat-like.
I love that the cat hands you something to smash.
The irony.
Just knock it off a table if you need me.
Exactly. She knows what's up.
It's 2 gifts in one.
Okay. I guess Bert will pocket it and take good care of it.
I have just realized how hard it is going to be not to call myself Leaf.
It's rough. I just noticed the discussion in chat going on about Grant taking a while to decide what he wants. Thought that was funny.
It's hard when it comes to magic items. What can I say?
It's true. I gave you guys some good picks. All right, so the journey is in your hands. You got a little snow globe that can take you wherever you want, or I guess you could take a carriage.
Are there pneumatic tube systems that the elves use?
Absolutely not.
I've always wondered.
In Christmas there is. Not here.
Oh, we don't have a direct line?
You're in the capital.
Okay, so North, there's something I've always wondered.
Yes.
Does your sleigh actually move? Because mine are all bolted down. Like, whoever installed them, like, apparently thought they were supposed to be public art. I've tried attaching ho ho and ho to them, and they don't go anywhere.
It sounds like you need a mechanical solution. Might I suggest the Sleiomatic 3000? It's the
We will
newest in the
definitely
shop.
be talking later.
Oh my god.
It only ran over 3 elves yesterday. It's fine. We're just working out the kinks.
So, to review. Just to update y'all. I mean, you can continue having this conversation about the what apparently is supposed to be Klaus's magical sleighs and are thought of to be art pieces. And the ho and ho, the 3 horses that are confused. But to review, you were told by New Year that Mariah Carey, the siren, used to live in Valentine, now lives somewhere outside of Valentine, and they suggested that you go to Valentine to figure that out, because they don't have specific information on where they live now, or on where Mariah lives now. The incubus is harder to find. No one really knows where he's at. Mr. Bubble. Michael Bublé, one might say.
Mr. Bubble.
Mr. Bubble. His character sheet does say Bubble.
Yes.
It's Mariah and Bubble. But this is me, the DM, gently suggesting that you go look for Mariah Carey first, because I didn't write the part about the incubus yet. So.
Well, I deduce through some sort of... Again, I must have had a nightmare about this at one point, but we may want to check out Valentine first. Just a thought.
That's a great idea.
They are much friendlier.
They are, although a little clingy around the edges on occasion.
I will follow the 2 of you.
If only there were pneumatic systems here. I love how that clears out the sinuses.
You have a snow globe that can put you anywhere on the planet.
Bert has a soft spot for the pneumatic transit system.
Amazing. You can take ho ho and ho if you want. It's just gonna take a lot longer. There's 3 horses. That's enough for all of you.
Boss man. Bert turns to North. Boss man, I'm pretty sure you've got the who's what's it magic thing.
Apologies. Yes, you're right.
It's hard for you to follow us when you have the thingy.
Try. Not very good at this.
Would you like me to do it, boss?
Yeah, please.
Okay, of course. Foreman's duty. It's what I do. And Bert plots a path to, I guess, Valentine, wherever the middle of Valentine is.
Perfect. All right. So, do you press the button? Or does Klaus try to press the button? For some reason, he's compelled.
Bert selects the location and then offers the button press to everybody.
Klaus is definitely gonna look up at Big Man North. You gonna no? Oh, okay.
Oh my God! Wait, V. Mandarina said, "Is that the bird of Jesus in the manger?" I know what you're talking about. That is such a niche reference. But if I'm thinking of the right thing, it's that the book told by Bert or something. Oh, so fun. Different Bert, but still great. It's really good.
I am Bert, the foreman of the Elfin Guild of Toy Making.
Yes. And we also have North, the burlier real Santa, and Father Claus of the Hall of Mark, the discount Santa, whose sleigh is bolted to the ground. We're not sure why.
I do have lots of them, though.
That's true. All right.
They're everywhere. I have to get to them.
So the button is pressed, and suddenly you all feel very light. And you realize that you're floating off the ground, and then zing! It's like you're spaghettified and then put back together, and it doesn't hurt at all. But if someone watched it in slow-mo, it would look crazy. And then suddenly you are in the town square of Valentine. Valentine is a cute little city. I do not know if you guys have been to Valentine yet. You can decide that yourselves. Probably. Because I imagine...
Bert's already alluded he spent some time here at some point.
Interesting. But Valentine is, not surprisingly, an area run by Cupid. And the similar, mythos that do the Love Day things. And
help grant wishes here in the off season.
What was that?
Did I help grant wishes here in the off season?
I love it. It is in fact their off season. They're kind of preparing, so there's some activity going on, but everyone's kind of just chilling. There's some people out shopping, doing their regular thing. The entire town is painted in beautiful shades of red and different, white eggshells, maybe a little bit of silver there. It's very, if you don't like pink and red, this is not the place that you want to go because the HOA will make you paint your house that color. Very strict about it. Although I guess you guys are all from a Christmas myth, so it's one of your 2 colors is red, so... But yeah, you're in the middle of the town square. There's a big fountain with, what a surprise, Cupid butt naked, shooting an arrow, and there's water coming out of his arrow, not
sure.
somewhere else. And yeah, there's a bunch of people milling around. There's also some shops. If you want to do a perception roll, I can tell you more.
I'm going to say Bert is very obviously a little queasy after that and is muttering something about missing the pneumatic system.
Fair enough.
I went ahead and rolled perception. That's
Cool.
just straight up plus wisdom, right? If you don't have it.
I think so.
Yeah. If you're not proficient.
Well, that's a 19.
Jesus. All right, so.
No, he's not here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway. So, you roll a 19. That's very, very good. You can see everything. I mean, it's the middle of the day. I don't even know why I made you guys roll for perception. But if you look around, you can,
Okay.
with your elf eyes, I'll give you other hints too, I guess. But so in this town square, there's a lot of different shops. The ones that stick out to you is there's a little bakery. There's kind of a boutique store that seems to sell men's and women's clothing, and clothing for non-binary people as well, because clothing is non-gendered. Fuck gender norms. Anyway,
Plus, we're all holidays.
also you're all holidays. Santa's wearing basically a dress anyway. Dress and tights.
Technically, I'm naked under all of this.
Oh my god. Sir.
Yep.
Amazing.
Ooh.
There is a tax collector, the little like tax IRS looking place. Or not tax collector, the H&R block of this world. You know what I mean? That helps you do your taxes. There is a cobbler shoe shop, and a bookstore.
Cobbled together.
Yes, cobbled together. And there's a bookstore. There's a few people milling about. One group of women of varying D&D races. You know, there's a dwarf woman, an elf woman, and a human. Remembering D&D races. They're sitting on the other side of the fountain. They look like they've just done some shopping and they're chit-chatting. There's a couple walking out of the boutique that just looks like they're having a nice little stroll. They have a little bag. And then there is a family with a couple young kids. The kids are kind of playing around. The father is on the phone, and the mother is looking in the window of the bakery, trying to decide if she wants to go in or not to get a cake.
Okay. Bert immediately walks away from the bakery because whoever owns it, he tried to automate it at one point, and they are no longer on speaking terms.
Amazing.
Um,
I love it. And actually, you know what? I'll give you with the 19, Bert. You kind of, when you walk away, you get a little bit closer to those three women at the fountain. And you hear them discussing, the one is like, and did you hear that, like, Marcy's thinking about moving out? I mean, who leaves Valentine? That's crazy. I know, right? Like, Valentine is the place to be. Like, why would anyone, this is the cool, like, what are they gonna do? Move to, like, Halloween? There is, like, no room there anyway. Like, I mean, I might want to move to Halloween, but, like, it's, the market prices are so expensive, and they're gossiping about
Okay.
goings on. The children are being raucous, yelling.
What are they yelling?
Give me back the little one is yelling at the older one. Give me back the toy, Tommy. It's my turn to play with it. And it's one of those stupid little, like, ball on cup with the ball on a string things that they had in, like, the old times before, you know, cool stuff was invented. I'm just gonna drag.
Bert notices this and immediately casts Mage Hand. Snatch the toy and give it back.
The kid's like, cool, haha, and then runs.
It should be mentioned that the Mage Hand, because Bert is a being of winter, it's made out of snowflakes.
Excellent. So cool is literal when he says cool.
Yes.
It's good.
And he goes running, and the older brother chases after him and is like, how did that even happen? And then the mom notices and is like, what are you doing? Runs after them as well. The father is on the phone, turns around, oh my god, and runs away.
Cool. Did that? Okay. come to think of it, Bert doesn't actually think too far ahead. Did that attract attention from inside the bakery? I'm completely derailing this, but I'm at the
Probably.
same time curious.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, the bakery's got like a couple people inside of it, so I don't think the employees came out, but
Okay,
somebody
Bert
kind of
keeps
pops
walking.
their head out and is like, and
there
they go
a
back
coffee
in. They're
shop?
enjoying a croissant.
Is there like a coffee shop, or is that the bakery? Does Bert have to face?
It's a bookstore /
bakery.
coffee shop, actually, because this is my world and I can make whatever I want.
Okay. That's where Bert's heading. Bert's gonna try and get some information.
Excellent. Y'all following? I'm assuming,
I'm
or you want to go somewhere
gonna
else?
go to the bakery.
Boy, we're splitting the party early.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. North.
Ooh. No, if we're all going 3 different directions, I'll see what I can find out in the streets.
Sounds good. All right. Well, Bert was very determined, so we'll follow him first. So Bert goes into the bookshop. It is the quaintest looking little bookstore you've ever seen. Oh, it just like the way that some really cute dogs make you want to just like that's the level of like this is the perfect bookstore. Maybe that's only me who feels that way, but
It's not.
great. Then you get it. You walk inside, and most of the store is just wall-to-wall books. So many stacks, pretty well organized, but like pretty cramped. Except for the you can see kind of down one of the aisles towards the end. The like left corner of the back of the store has a little like bar with some seats and then a couple tables. And that is where the coffee shop part of this bookshop and coffee shop is. And it looks like that's also where you pay for things, which might not be a good way to run a business because people can like walk out pretty easily. But I don't know. I decided this already. And you see, there's a name for this race of being in D&D, but I can't remember it. So if someone else wants to tell me, but you see an owl man.
Owlet
Okay.
or something?
Standing.
Oh, a kenku.
A kenku. Thank you.
Just an owl variant.
Yeah, it's an owl man. And there's like one person at the bar that's reading something and drinking a coffee. And the kenku is just cleaning a glass and chilling by the register, kind of bopping to some music.
Okay. Bert walks up and says, "Good morning. Might I trouble you for some hot chocolate?
Not a
Do you
problem
happen
at
to
all.
have any peppermint, by the way?"
I believe I do. You want a candy cane stick or a peppermint syrup shot?
I'll take the candy cane stick.
Excellent.
Especially if you source them from winter.
Only the best.
Excellent.
And he turns around, does his thing, and within minutes, you have a hot chocolate. Or I suppose while he's doing that, you can continue to talk to him. Or you might just be there to get a hot chocolate. I don't know.
Well, while he's kind of working, Bert says, "So I've just been wandering around, learning a few things, and I just overheard a thing. Is there any reason why people might want to leave Valentine for the outskirts of town?"
Leave You mean like the suburbs or like the woods? Because like there's like so. Are you new to Valentine?
Fairly new. I've dabbled every once in a while. You don't frequent the bakery, do you?
George's Bakery. I mean,
yeah, yes.
you know, I know George. Like we, you know.
Okay, cool. Just
The
don't tell him I've
business
been here.
association.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Should I be concerned
not at all.
about
not
my
at all.
shop?
No,
You in
no,
it?
no, 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 no. Just Bert kind of looks at the espresso machine, blinks a couple of times, and then looks back. Yeah, no, it's fine. The tools will stay away. Don't worry. I don't tinker unless people ask me to tinker with stuff.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying before that happened, and he sets the hot chocolate in front of you and goes under the counter for a second and then I was about to say peppermint stick. That's not what it's called. It's called a candy cane. unwraps candy cane and sticks it in and pushes it to you as he says, basically, so if you've been here briefly, you've probably been to the main square for like festivals and stuff like that, right? If you know George, then you've been here. But if you look at Valentine kind of top down, you'd know it's a heart. Wow, so cute. Yeah, everybody talks about it. Anyway, if you look at it, it's like a heart. The bottom kind of like diamond-ish that it makes, that's all gonna be like main town and like the city part. The upper right like half circle, that's all the suburbs, and it goes out a little bit farther than that. You know, it's not a perfect heart, whatever, but that area is kind of the suburbs. The other area is the woods, basically. It's all undeveloped. It's pretty woods. A lot of people go out there for like camping and stuff. I think there's like a couple people that live out there, but a lot of people are leaving to go to the suburbs. That's just kind of because it's like a new area. But
is there any particular part of the woods that people like to live?
No, not really. There's like a park where people go camping, but like living, I don't know. Like I said, there's like probably a couple people out there that
Good to know.
They're sparse. You looking for someone?
Oh, just trying to see if I can reconnect with a old friend from back in the day.
Have a name? I mean, I know a lot of people around here. I might be able to help. I don't know.
Yes, goes by the name Mariah.
You're here for Mariah?
Here for anyone. Here to reconnect with someone.
You know how you said that thing about George, and you don't want to talk to George, and George shouldn't know you're here?
Is George the one who knows more about...
No, he's not. Okay. But, well, maybe. I actually don't know. But your George is like my Mariah. She left town. I have no idea where she went, and I don't want to know. You might find actually that Mariah is a lot of people's George around here, if you catch my drift.
Okay, so nobody talks. Nobody wants to.
Nobody talks. I honestly don't know where she went. She was living in town and she was gone, and good riddance. I'm sure people know her, like know where she went, but I don't want anything to do with her anymore. And we're gonna pause there for just a second.
Yes.
And we're gonna switch over to Klaus, who went to the bakery.
Yes.
So there's like somebody was getting their croissant in front. There's a couple people sitting at a table. It's your classic bakery, very cute. There's a couple people working behind the desk. They're younger. One is probably like teenage equivalent, I guess, elf, and the other is a trying to think of the other races. Give me another race. I didn't plan.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn,
Yeah.
Excellent. The other one is probably like a 30-something Dragonborn. That seems like she owns the place.
Um.
And there's just cases full of goodies as well.
I'm not there, but is there any clockwork?
There's a clock on the wall. It's just normal though. I keep forgetting I have to make you guys roll for things. I'm just telling a story at this point.
That works.
No.
That's D&D.
Rolling is for when you can't think of a story.
Exactly.
It's for when you need inspiration or chaos. Yeah, I guess, I'm gonna walk in and order the house special.
That means nothing in a bakery, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you order the house special to the Dragonborn, or no, you order the house special to the, because the one working the register would be the elf, the young elf.
Uh-huh.
And she looks at you and is like, what?
you know, like whatever you're famous for.
Oh, oh, um, I'm new here. Hold on. And she like turns around to the Dragonborn and just goes, Ezra, what is good here? What's our thing? What's our thing? And I was just like, I told you already. It's the red velvet cupcakes. Everybody loves them. We put little hearts on them. Sell them the red velvet cupcakes. And she goes, okay. And she turns around. The red velvet cupcakes are excellent. Would you like a dozen of those?
I'll take 2.
Perfect.
Dozen.
Wow. Okay. That'll be ding 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 ding. 35 chocolate coins. Because that's the currency in this game. Thank you, Grant.
And yeah, Klaus kind of starts counting out of what looks like kind of like he's got like this little like pouch thing that looks like maybe you would pass it around, and just like starts pulling out coins. It's like, and just like is picking them out from among the other random crap people have thrown in here.
Amazing.
And that's a coin. No, that one's metal. That one's chocolate.
Chat says you
Not a
should share
coin.
these cupcakes.
Chocolate. Is that a frog? Chocolate. It counts out the money. So I've noticed there's not a lot of singing going on. Shortage of sirens?
We have a lot of sirens. I mean, we have a lot of sirens. Like, this is Valentine. Like, we're known for our sirens. What are you talking about? Shortage of sirens.
Well,
we have the whole, like, sirens choir. Come on, you've been here for the festivals, right?
of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Then you've seen the sirens choir.
You probably saw me, granting wishes off in a corner.
I'm new here. Do you want to talk to my
okay.
boss? Maybe? And she's just kind of like, Ezra, can you ring this one up? I have to go wash my hands. And she runs away. And Ezra comes over and is like, okay. Hi, sorry, sir. She's, as she says, a lot new.
Yeah.
I heard
Don't
2
you
dozen.
just wish you could find good help?
It'd be nice. 2 dozen cupcakes, right?
Bell rings. All on its own.
Oh. That was interesting.
Yeah, if you do you know what happened? Do you know what happened to Mariah?
Mariah.
Yeah.
Wow. I knew somebody was going to come around and ask him for it. I did not know
It was inevitable, really.
Gonna be, you're not Santa. I know what the big man looks like, but you look like him.
No, we're from PR department.
Okay. Yeah, Mariah. So from what I heard, so my girlfriend's in the Sirens choir. From what I heard, did I say girlfriend? I meant wife. That's fun. Anyway, my wife is in the Sirens choir, and from what I heard, she was tired of not getting solos, and she was tired of not everybody in Valentine worshiping her the way that everyone, is a big fan of Cupid. But granted, Cupid's like, doing good stuff and like lowered taxes and like is helping out small business. So like,
He's also got the whole boss baby thing going.
it's okay. Cupid's like a full grown man. He doesn't do the diaper thing. That's just kind of like there is like little Cupid and he kind of hangs like he has like a mini castle because everybody's got like the big castle and the little castle. Like it's a whole thing. Anyway, I think they're brothers. We're not sure. Anyway, yeah, Mariah was pissed, so she left, and she took her whole little legion of fans with her. So they're living out. They're living out in the forest, just slightly northwest of the camping park that everybody goes to. That park is called something. I can't think of anything related to Valentine's Day now. Card Park. Because everyone gives cards for Valentine's Day.
It's the Roving Valentine's Car Park.
Card
Park?
with a D.
Card Park.
Perfect.
RV for short.
Yeah. Okay. And she counts the coins and she's like, also, you're 3 short. I can minus 2 cupcakes or... And we're going to cut there for a second because we're going to go to North. Who is still outside, I think, and roaming around the streets.
Yes. Probably begin with that gaggle of 3.
The gaggle.
All
right, so they're like
gossiping.
Yeah, they're like chit-chatting, and this one of them cracks a joke, and they're like, and then one sees you out of the corner of their eye, and they're like, Santa Claus?
It in the flesh.
Hi. And she like the one that's closest to you, she's like it's the human. She her hair is dyed green, and she has a little nose ring, and the nose ring has this is nothing that a nose ring would normally... No, you know what? Not a nose ring. It's like a little like stud piercing, but the stud piercing is like it looks like an ornament. It's supposed to look like an ornament. She's very clearly in the Christmas spirit. She's like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, I am such a big fan. What are you doing?
It is a pleasure. I am actually wondering, looking for someone who's made it on the naughty list. A Mary Curie, a Mariah Carey.
Oh, Mariah. You're looking for... Mariah's on the naughty list? Of course she is. Oh my god, girls, Mariah's on the naughty list. And the girls are like, stop, that's... Oh my god, are you serious? That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, is Mariah... You're looking for Mariah. Okay, well, she's kind of hard to pin down. I don't know. Like, my sister kind of was a fan for a little while. My sister's kind of a big fan. She's not one of the fans that like lives with Mariah, because a lot of them do, but she goes to like visit a lot. I think they're like out on the like outskirts of of Card Park. They're out in like the woods there. I don't know. Mariah had like all her like big fans make her a cottage or something. At least that's what Shelby was saying. It's kind of crazy. I can't believe she's on the naughty list. Oh my god, I'm gonna blow Shelby's mind tonight. It's crazy.
Thank you for the help. I'll head over there, I suppose. And he reaches into one of his pockets and pulls out a small little wrapped thing and hands it to her, and it's a little wooden horse. It's just kind of
Thank you so
Merry
much.
Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. And you see like a little tear go down her cheek. This is everything she's ever wanted.
Vicky, I am taking so many NPC notes right now.
Thanks, I try. This is very fun for me. None of this was planned, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
Best kind of D&D.
All right, so I'm assuming Bert gets his hot chocolate, unless you guys want to do something else where you are.
All I'll say is that Bert kind of just overtips. He doesn't know what money is. He just knows it's a thing, and he has some, and he just completely overdoes it.
Owl's like, the owl, the owl man is like, because you didn't ask his name. It's like, thank you so much. You know what? On your way out, grab yourself a book, because you're being very generous.
Oh, thank you. Any recommendations?
I really like, looking at my bookshelf right now. Godslayers is an excellent one. Check that one out.
I will.
It's a lesbian sci-fi. Big fan.
Fitting for Valentine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to bet most of the books that Bert has passed the entire time have been romance. Just in general.
Oh,
various
yeah.
versions.
The
of
romance section is huge, and then there's like little sections of everything else.
my science fiction section. Anyway, yeah, Bert grabs it on the way out.
All right. Klaus, you get your cupcakes?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Did you pay full price, or did you take one less cupcake? Doesn't matter.
Paid full price and took one less cupcake.
Excellent. Money means nothing in this universe. Also, thank you. Cool Potato 666 just followed. That is the best username I've ever heard. Welcome to the Teach Astronomy family, Cool Potato 666. Let's go.
That is amazing.
And North, you already said that you gave that little horse figurine and walked away. So I suppose you guys all meet up in the center again.
Yeah.
Well, I learned
I'll
a
leave
thing.
the chocolate frog as a tip.
Interesting for a bakery. They make their own chocolate. But sure.
Yeah, but this one moves.
Oh no! You leave it, and the teenager had come back up, and like goes to pick it up, and it jumps, and she screams.
Oh no.
And Ezra just kind of rolls her eyes.
Okay. Oh jeez.
Shall we? If you guys want to just jump forward,
Sure.
I'm assuming we're going to visit Mariah on the northwest part of Card Park.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Sure. All right. Excellent. So, you take Ho Ho and Ho, which somehow came with you, to I don't know how you call upon them, but they're there. Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ho Ho and Ho are there, and you ride these horses that look very different, but all have the exact same name, which is very confusing. Over to the what did I say? That side of this side of. You go to Card Park, and then you go a little bit outside Card Park.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a perception roll, I suppose. Everybody, because you're looking, you're searching.
10.
10.
10.
Wow. Okay.
22 total.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Excellent. So,
At least someone can see.
yeah. So North definitely picks up on things first. You start to hear as you're walking through the woods, because it's pretty dense woods, but you're kind of following a natural path. You hear very high voices laughing, and just like every once in a while, just as if someone's having a conversation, but the laugh is the only thing that's coming through to hear. And then you take a look in a certain direction, and you see that there's like a clearing in one area. Bert and Klaus are just kind of following you. And you go that way, and the clearing opens up. Welcome to Mariah's hangout, I guess. So in front of you is a big field full of... Hold on. Are they fairies or are they pixies? I can't remember which one D&D does. Pixies. They're pixies. I have a character sheet, right? Don't I? Yes. Pixies. They're pixies. You see a field of pixies. Sorry, that took a second. I'm new at DMing. You see a field full of pixies, and the field is like... it's just like this natural clearing that was... you can tell it was partially a natural clearing that was assisted in being a larger natural clearing by some people who decided to knock down a bunch of trees and erect a quite surprisingly modern looking wooden cabin. You don't know how those two go together, but that is the only way you're able to describe the structure you see in front of you. It's a 2-story place. There's a nice fence around it, and a little like arch at the center that like leads to a short walk to the front door. And in front of the little arch, like the gateway, there it looks like some guy, as if you're going into a concert venue, sitting at a little like desk, ready to check people in. And then there's just pixies everywhere, and that guy is a pixie as well. There's just pixies everywhere. Welcome. And some of the nearby pixies probably notice you, because I don't know if are you doing this sneakily?
Actually,
If you want to do it sneakily, you can roll for it.
uh,
Or actually, you know what?
one of my-
I'll give you this. You see the clearing, because you got a 22. You see the clearing like several feet before you actually get there. So you see all this north, and you can explain that to Bert and Klaus if you want. But you can decide how you want to proceed. You are not seen by anybody yet. You can see everything though.
Well, I am not the most sneaky of sneakers, but
So an entrance then.
whatever you'd like to do.
well, I mean, I have this really cool thing that, all of us elves can do, really. I can just at will disguise myself as someone if he can spot someone I should disguise myself as.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot that was a thing.
Yes, it's one of the things I get for, helping out the big man here.
But I cannot even. Whatever.
Well, we all derive our power from belief in something. In this case, most of us who go down the management track at the guild, we derive our power from just the sheer awesome that is you, boss. So
You're so true.
Oh
We
my
can
god.
try. We can try the stealth.
No, sorry. I just saw in chat that me Mandarina before said naughty list in a place called Valentine. Leave it. I can't. Oh, you're not wrong.
So, to illustrate this, Bert just uses one of his invocations to disguise self and make himself look exactly like Klaus.
You don't have to roll for that.
It's one of my invocations.
Okay. Why Klaus?
He doesn't want to
You
offend the
disguise
big man.
yourself as the poor imitation of.
Yes, he doesn't want to make the boss man mad by disguising himself as him but short.
Yeah, you'd be very, very small.
Okay.
Hey, this is my official uniform. You think I chose this? No offense, it looks good on you.
Amazing. All right, so there is now Klaus 2, and North, standing in the woods, and a bunch of pixies in front of you at Mariah Carey's weird cottage, modern cottage.
So a big entrance then.
Absolutely.
Klaus steps forward and makes his voice boom 3 times louder than usual, announcing Santa Claus!
All the pixies look, and a couple of them that you were close to scream.
It's all you, big guy.
Split away.
Before Bert, because Bert was just illustrating his power. Before Bert actually steps out, Bert uses the disguise self to turn himself into Cupid, but just one of the smaller versions.
Oh.
The cherub.
The little Cupid.
Yes.
Yes. The younger brother. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you all step out, I guess, announcing
Sure.
Santa Claus, and North follows, and then Cupid.
Good to see all of you. Merry Christmas.
And then a couple of the pixies are like, Santa! And they like fly over, and they're like, oh my god! And they're like all talking over each other. I want this for Christmas. Oh my god! I can't believe you're real. Oh my god! This is great. Well, of course you're real. We're all holidays. What are we talking about? Anyway. Milk and cookies. What's your favorite cookie? Okay. And they're all kind of flooding you. And then they see Cupid. And they're like, baby Cupid. And the bouncer pixie, you see that I was like, do I make them roll for this? For perception? No, it's fine. But you see that he like looks over at when he like calls over one of the other pixies and like whispers something. And then that pixie flies over to Little Cupid and is like, Little Cupid, sir. Do you call upon us for something? Little Cupid, sir? Welcome.
Actually, I bear a much delayed and long overdue invitation for Miss Carey.
Okay. What sort of like to talk to Mariah?
Yes, specifically to offer a part.
Offer a what?
Offer a part. A singing part, specifically a solo.
One moment. Actually, come with me. And goes over to the bouncer, flits over to the bouncer, whispers in the bouncer's ear. And the bouncer kind of like straightens up in his chair, and waiting for your approach.
I guess ever the actor, Bert just starts blowing kisses left and right.
The pixie like, ah. They're all very excited.
Mm-hmm. Bert might be having a little too much fun impersonating a cherub right now.
You guys are basically competing for the love of the pixies at the moment. Bert and North. And Klaus is just kind of chilling. Okay. So, you guys approach the bouncer, and the bouncer is like, my assistant told me that you folks are here to meet with Mariah, to offer a singing part. This is very exciting, and thank you so much for coming, little Cupid. We're blessed with your presence. I don't have you on the schedule.
It was, dare I say it was a short order decision.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is I don't know how flawless your thing is, but your spell. But I am gonna make you roll for what's the lying one? Hold on.
Deception.
Deception. Roll me a deception roll, please. Also, what are the two of you doing? Just entertaining.
Making a big show out of taking copious notes and occasionally handing out a cupcake.
Oh, they love the cupcakes. They are big fans of the cupcakes. Their pixies are like the size of cupcakes, so there's like 5 of them sharing like one. It's great. They're big. They're very excited. They're like the size of their head.
That was a 12.
Oh, okay. Interesting. How do I? Yeah, I'm just a little like I totally understand. It's like a last minute thing. There's Mariah is very specific with who she meets with. We have a whole thing. There's a reason I'm here. She's a big fan of all of her fans, and of course you're different than a fan. Of course, little Cupid. But it's kind of a thing that people have to earn a conversation with her, and she's a very packed schedule. So maybe if you can show me like a letter or something where she set this up with you, an email of sorts. We don't have email here, but something like that.
I'd like to roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
To get to do something like this.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Oh, that's much better. So what do you persuade?
Oh, well, listen. I know for a fact she will be happy to hear about the part that I am providing, and formalities being what they are, letting me pass will be good for everyone involved. Especially your boss. So maybe just this once.
I suppose that's... She would really love a solo. She deserves one, too. I mean, she's great. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you're here with Santa Claus, too, I suppose. This is official business. Okay.
And most official.
Mostly official. The bouncer turns around and you notice that there's like a little keypad and like does the thing that I was gonna say very paranoid, but honestly like probably just like smart people, not me, do when you're at the grocery store and you cover the keypad when you put in your PIN number. I don't do that because I'm dumb, but he does that. Ding, 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 and the gate slides open. It says, you can head on in. She'll be probably upstairs in her her study. She'll be probably upstairs in the study. There'll be some maids around if you get confused, but it's really, it's not that confusing, so you should be able to figure it out.
Of course, loves and kisses. And Bert just walks in.
Okay, so as you do that, the bouncer's like, and then realizes that loves and kisses is not something that little Cupid says, and so there's like a little, and then just kind of shakes it off.
Klaus offers the bouncer a cupcake while we wait.
Thank you so much. And again, the bouncer is also pixie size, so this is a cupcake that is the size of his head, or not even the size of his head, probably bigger than his head. And he's like, "This is thank you," and he's like, "Get in on this" to the assistant, and they're taking chunks off.
So you guys are letting me go in all by myself?
I mean, I'm going right behind you, man.
Okay.
And then having now, become acquainted with the bouncer, Klaus is going to follow up. Bring up the rear with a.
Okay.
Excellent.
After all, big boss man got to go first. Well, got to go ahead, right?
No.
Someone has to announce him.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head up to.
That's the plan right now.
All right. So you guys see when you walk in, it's a generally pretty open floor plan. You notice that there is a kitchen on the right hand, like there's a living room that's very nice and a dining room, and there's like a kitchen that's kind of, that's that and the bathroom are the only things that actually have separated walls sort of spaces. But you can see through the archway in the kitchen that somebody is in there cooking. You imagine it's not Mariah, because why would she cook for herself when she's got a million pixies sitting outside that are willing to do anything to talk to her? And
so we're definitely offering her like a solo at the New Year's banquet or something, right?
The Christmas Eve pageant.
Right. That's why we have Santa Claus.
Oh my God.
Sorry, big man.
Bert didn't come in here without at least half a plan.
Amazing.
Only half, though.
That's about as far ahead as Bert thinks. Yes.
And then you see a big staircase going upstairs, which the bouncer did say she was upstairs in her study, probably.
Okay. I mean, I'd head up there and see if that's where.
Great.
That's where she is.
Yeah. Do you all go up?
And I'll announce Mr. North.
All right.
Oh, boy.
You'll announce Mr. North. When do you announce Mr. North?
At whatever point, like when we get to the study, or
Excellent.
at whatever point that he
No.
first notices Mariah.
You said
Whichever's first.
So you said when you get to the study, right?
Yes.
Okay, when you get up the stairs, I would like you all to make a shoot, what is it? I think it's a charisma saving throw, but let me check, because you hear yes, a charisma save. You hear a beautiful voice coming from, as soon as you hit the top of the stairs, you hear whoever's going first uses first. I guess you could benefit of the doubt if somebody wants to stop, but yeah. All I want for Christmas.
I will mention,
is...
being a gnome, Bert gets advantage on these saves.
Excellent.
So,
Roll.
not that that's needed.
Also, we got
Yes,
a Mr. the
hydrate.
Dank redeemed hydrate. So everybody take a drink of their
Indeed.
beverage of choice if you have one.
And Lynn Jersey, I am not obviously the only one who looks at the chat. It's fine.
Is this magical in some way? Or
It
is this just
is. Hold on.
It's a
I have a lot of tabs open.
charm.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's magic. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's magic.
Technically, sort of.
I got an 8, by the way. Just throwing that one out there.
Oh, rough.
Yeah.
25.
You got a
18.
25? Great. Bert, nothing happens to you.
18.
18? Ooh.
Also advantage on charmed saves. So if it's going to be that,
It's not that.
it's not charmed.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. It's a little weird because a siren is a homebrewed character. But
Right.
not from me,
Right.
but from somebody else.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys are walking up the stairs. Wait. Quick question. Does Ty go to the runner? Does Ty, who goes to the high? You
When it comes
save.
to saves,
Yeah.
It always goes to the defender.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the opposite of attack rolls, as we discovered.
So you folks are walking up the stairs. Let's say Bert goes first because Lil Cupid is kind of the head of, and then North, and then Klaus. And Bert's walking up the stairs and you hear, "I want for Christmas," and Bert's like, "Ugh." And Klaus probably like, it's a little rough. North stops, just freezes, and you are overtaken by the feeling of joy and love and Christmas, which is, I would say, a pretty normal feeling for you. So it's just amplified to 100. And
Heck
you're just frozen there, and you're hearing the most beautiful song you've ever heard. And you are, it's not technically charmed, but I don't want you to be frozen. No, you know what?
Is the status effect
The status effect is not charmed. It's just
interesting?
It's just stunned.
Okay.
So you're frozen. I guess.
Well, I'm assuming this is fairly obvious, so Bert would turn around and say, Boss man? Boss man?
Apologies. You guys, as soon as you said frozen, you guys cut for me.
Oh no.
So
That's pretty funny.
I missed that. Apologies.
Oh, we have somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The Quelmar realm has rated us with a party of 5. Hello, welcome. We're playing some D&D Holiday Edition. Currently, our adventurers are trying to stop Siren Mariah Carey and it's gonna sound fucking crazy. Siren Mariah Carey and Incubus Michael Bublé from coming together and singing a duet that will bring about a eternal winter. And they're currently at Mariah Carey's very strange cottage that is in a modern style, and North just got frozen by her lovely song, and Bert and Klaus are very confused.
Yes, these, we definitely have our work cut out for us.
Yes. Okay, and actually, Bert just started talking to North, right?
Yes, as soon as Bert kind of notices that North is frozen, kind of turns around and just taps him with his candy cane staff and says, Boss? Boss?
He's just weeping. It's so beautiful.
And I think Mariah hears this, and the singing stops, and she leans out of the door, because the study's pretty close to, like, the landing of the stairs, and she pops out of the door and goes, sorry about that, I didn't think anyone was coming up, and she kind of, like, snaps her fingers, and North, you are freed from your curse, from your temporary curse, and goes, I can sing again, though. Why are you folks here? I don't have another appointment till 4.
Klaus at this point steps forward as the lowest ranking person here. Because yeah.
Oh yeah, for the Raiders, and I guess for chat, because we haven't actually fully spelled it out. Kyle, if you would, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
Kyle is. Yeah.
So Klaus is one of those like Salvation Army Santas that you see in all the Hallmark movies. complete with like granting shitty wishes.
Yeah, it's
Like,
great.
uh, and he's also Mr. North's PR, like head of PR.
Yeah. North is
So
like
good.
actually Santa, but from what is it? Legend of the
Guardians.
Rise of the
Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Guardians.
And
Yeah.
Bert is a classic elf.
Yes, foreman of the Toy Makers Guild.
Yes.
Uh,
But
Mm.
yeah. So the least, as you were saying, the least formidable of
Yeah.
all of them.
as the
Oh yeah, because Bert is now looking like little Cupid.
uh-huh. Um, yes, Mr. Little Cupid escorted us here so that Mr. North could personally invite you to attend the Christmas Eve banquet this year to perform uh the culminating solo of the season.
Come into my office, please. And she dips back inside. Ushers you in.
Okay.
So in her office, it's like a normal study, except like she has like a desk and a nice chair and stuff, and she's got a lot of bookshelves and a nice comfortable couch. But instead of books on the bookshelves, it's full of records, and some of them are like displayed outward, and you notice that they're her records. I guess she did some solo stuff. She was part of the Sirens Choir, but looks like, everybody in town was right. She really does want a solo career. And she invites you to take a seat on the couch, and she kind of like pulls the desk chair around to sit in front of you. So what's this about the Christmas ball? I would love to perform for your folks, Mr. North. My schedule's a little tight, but I'm sure I can make something work. I just give me some details. Let me know what's going on. Also, little Cupid, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy the home. So glad you came to visit. Didn't know you were a fan.
Absolutely enormous fan.
Really? What's your favorite song?
Unmatched talent. Okay. Hang on.
No, you can't look anything up.
No, I'm not looking anything
Okay.
up. What would you want Bert to roll to remember a song?
Okay, is Bert actually a fan, or is Bert trying to lie convincingly? Because that will change.
Bert has at least heard of this person, but I wouldn't say he's an avid follower.
Okay, I would argue that like Mariah Carey in this universe is not like a big artist. So I would go with you know what? Do me an investigation to see if you can read like one of the singles on the wall.
That's actually something that Bert's really good at. That's a 21.
Okay,
Oh,
amazing.
jeez.
One of the singles is God, somebody give me a Mariah Carey song. Hold on.
Oh no. You weren't expecting this to go well, I see.
The only one I know is
you
All I
have
Want for
learned.
Christmas.
Always be my baby. That's what you see.
Always be my baby, of course.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That makes sense. I mean, you're a cherub, so it makes sense.
For the Raiders, Bert is an elf disguised as a cherub.
He's disguised as Little Cupid right now, which is apparently a myth that is separate from Big Cupid, normal Cupid. This is my world. I decided this. I say apparently as if it didn't come from my own brain. Anyway. So what's this about, a solo, I heard?
Well, so we will get to this, but there is we would like you to sing. Yes.
Yes, of course.
But
Definitely do that.
the one small issue that comes up with that is you are, let's say, not so high on my list.
Oh no.
And we would like to change this.
The like the list, like the good and bad list?
Potentially.
Oh no.
You
What
see,
I do,
you are,
sir, I understand, but there must be a mistake. I mean, all I do is bring beautiful music to the people of this land.
Well,
I just follow my heart. I mean, look at all the pixies outside. They love it. Mr. Little
there
Cupid
is
loves it.
there is one small affiliation you have with Mr. Bubble that he is definitely
Oh.
very far down on the list, and I want to suss out what exactly is happening there.
You know Bubble.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
yes.
Well, listen. So me and Bubble are just doing a collaboration. It's just for one song. It's gonna be really fun, and we're doing this like really cool like live performance of it, like live recording of it. We really want to get that like good like wintry energy. So we're going up to the I can't remember
Calendar Hill.
Calendar Hill. Yep, thank you. We're going up to Calendar Hill on the solstice, and it's gonna be great. By the way, the solstice is in 2 days. And it's gonna be really cool. It's really exciting. But like it's just a collab. Like we're not like buddy or anything. Like I thought it would be good for the new album, and like he's got a little bit of notoriety. I thought it'd be fun to have like a bad boy kind of thing going on, like it's not like a thing. We're not like a thing.
So
No.
as Little Cupid, Bert pipes in, well, then surely you must have his contact information, just so we can sort things out.
So kind of a sore subject. He's a little weird with that. He like, I don't know. He moves around a lot. He like gave me a phone number for one place, and then it turned out that was like, it was like a Italian restaurant, and then he gave me he gave me an address for another place to send him like this stuff in the mail, and that was like a costume shop in Halloween, and like I don't know, it's a little weird. But we are gonna meet on Calendar Hill in 2 days for sure. For sure, he's
Pencils
gonna be
it into
there.
calendar.
He's definitely gonna be there. And it's gonna help a lot with my career because he's gonna be there. But I don't have a phone number for him. Sorry.
Well, even if you could give us just the information for that Italian restaurant you were talking about, and perhaps even the costume shop,
Oh, sure.
we might be able to track him down and sort this naughty list business out.
Sure. I can handle that. Anything to not be on, and she grabs like paper and pen off her desk and starts writing, and she's like, anything to not be on the naughty list, I can't get Cole in front of all the pixies.
And
Please
while
don't
she's
be cool.
doing that, can I insight check this? Is she like, does she know something?
I
She's
too
not
will
telling
be
us?
doing an insight check on
Yeah, go
this.
for it. Do it.
Before they do that,
Mm-hmm.
actually,
Uh-oh.
because I'm standing there next to Mr. North. I would actually like to just lay my hand kind of subtly on his like elbow
His
and cast
beard.
guidance.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's go.
What does that do?
Which it lets him roll an extra d4 and add it to whatever action he decides to take. He can roll a d4 and add it to his check.
Okay.
There's flavor text for it, but I don't.
I'm gonna
remember
roll
what it
something
was.
as well.
Oy. 11.
God, all these numbers are so small.
And
the
you can add a d4 to that.
I did.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not great.
the online version of character sheets for 5e that you can like download from whatever D&D Beyond or something. The part where you put in the skills, like the small skills, the font is like 2. It's so small.
I did a little better. I got a 17.
17. Okay. Klaus, are you also rolling an insight? No, you just did that spell thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was too busy helping Mr. North.
Yes, Mr. North. Okay, so Mariah is... You can tell she's, like, being mostly truthful, but there is something off. You're not... You got a 17?
Yes.
Okay. Something about the... She as she's writing down the stuff right now, you notice that, like, she writes it and then, like, erases a little bit of it and rewrites that part of the of what you assume is either a phone number or an address. And then she finishes it up and hands it over and says, I mean, I hope that helps, but, like, that, like I said, like, he moves around a lot. It's, you know, I don't know. If you really want to listen to the song, it's going to be out in, like, probably a few days after we do the performance on the hill. Unfortunately, that's going to be all locked down because, you know, like, you got to get your sound quality and all that jazz. But, yeah.
So what is point of song? There is for your career, nothing
that's
more.
an existential question, isn't it? What's the point of art?
Right.
What's the point of why we do anything? I mean, it's to take the song that's in my heart and give it to the world.
While North is distracting her for a second, Bert's going to take a close look at the note and see if he can figure out what was originally written before it got erased.
Okay. Give me a roll for, I guess, investigation.
Again, a thing he's fairly good at. That's a 9.
Okay. You you're not able to tell. You know that the it looks like the only part that was erased, though, like, so she gave you the phone number of the Italian restaurant because that's what she has. She doesn't know where it is, and she gave you the address for this costume shop because that's what she has. She doesn't know where it, like, or I guess she knows where it is. But that address, the what's it called? The street name is the part that was erased and rewritten, but you don't know what it said before. But it says that it's in Halloween. So about that,
I
ball.
would actually. Oh, sorry. She asked a question.
About that ball, but they're still. I mean, her and North are, you know,
Yeah.
chit-chatting. They were talking about the meaning of a song.
Right. While they're chit chatting, I would like to chug the potion that I'm holding.
Okay.
Surreptitiously just...
Do that. Yeah. Wait. No. Actually.
No, he's not sneaking. He just knocks it back and sticks it back in.
Okay.
Okay.
How does she respond to this?
Just nonchalantly.
Heavy drinking might not be so strange for him.
Okay. You know what? Hold on.
And then pulls out a hip flask as a chaser.
I need to check the amazing. Oh my god.
I've heard things about the PR department I didn't realize.
I would like you to roll a deception, Kyle, and I will be rolling an insight.
Oh no.
And we're gonna see who does better.
Please don't make us end up in melee with Mariah Carey. the siren.
I want to fight her. Let's go.
Deception?
Yeah. What'd you get?
21.
Okay, well, forget it. Wow.
We are rolling hot today.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This balances out the nat 1 I got at the beginning.
So she goes, are you okay? Do you need something? Or is that, whatever.
It's a medication for my condition.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry I asked. I too have to take random shots of things sometimes to keep my voice in good condition. It's very important when being a singer to keep your voice in tip-top shape. And that means
Sobriety,
a
it's
lot
a
of
curse.
weird chamomile lemon thing going on, like lots of
Yeah.
green shots, a lot of that,
I
Anyway.
feel you. I feel you.
Okay. So you drink the potion of mind reading. When you drink this potion, you gain the effect of the detect thought spell, save DC 13. The potion's dense purple liquid has an ovoid cloud of pink floating in it. What is the effect of detect thoughts? Do you have it?
I am pulling that up now.
Excellent. I'm gonna roll to see. Well, actually, I guess I roll to see if it works first. Yep. Roll to 12.
The first effect, he doesn't need a roll, actually.
Yeah, the first
that's
effect
good.
doesn't require a roll. You get surface thoughts for free.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You have to
makes
roll to probe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I will give you surface thoughts. And then we will continue to see what else gets. So you delve into Mariah Carey's surface thoughts, which are basically a bit of a stream of consciousness of, oh my gosh, I can't believe Little Cupid's here. This is crazy. I can't believe Little Cupid's a fan. I can turn that into something. Oh my gosh, I can turn that into something. The sirens are going to be so jealous. Yes!
Very Mariah Carey.
Yeah. This whole arc is slandering Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé.
Hey,
Oh my god.
that's fine in my book.
It's great.
I feel like the final twist may be the fact that Cupids just absolutely despise it. That's how she'll know it was a fake all along.
Yes. Would you like to probe deeper, sir? Do you want me to look it up?
I found it.
Okay, cool.
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what's most on its mind at that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into their reasoning, their emotional state, and something that looms large in their mind.
Cool.
Or you can just wait for somebody to ask them a question that, causes their surface thoughts to be something you care about.
Fair enough. Do you want to probe, or do you want to nudge
I'm
one
going
of
to
your...
wait. I'm going to nudge briefly. I'm going to wait briefly and just nudge. Mr. North to see. Give him kind of a eyebrow raise. Like, come on, ask a question.
I think, as Little Cupid, because there's no way in this conversation to actually let North know that Bert noticed her erase something.
Right.
So as Little Cupid, Bert's gonna say, I noticed you erased something. Are there multiple shops we were potentially thinking of?
No, I just misremembered the name. And Klaus, you hear in her mind, she goes, shit. Okay. God, Mariah, I knew you weren't. You should have just. I mean, even if you give them the name, it doesn't matter. It could be better if they run into him, and then Bubbles can deal with him. Like, Bubbles did say he needed some wizards, and who knows? Maybe he can use them. You know what? Fine. Yeah, say that. And then she goes, I think, you know what? Let me see that again. And she takes it back from you. And, she's like, oh my God. I'm so silly. I wrote the wrong thing. That was another place that he mentioned, but the other place, that I had to send, some payments from my agent to his was, all the way in Easter. So, and the Easter Islands, actually. She crosses it out and she rewrites what you assume to be the name of the street that actually was supposed to be there, and hands it back and goes, that's actually where he was last time. That was like just a few days ago. So honestly, I would probably check around Halloween around that shop. They might know him. I don't know. They know him enough to give him his mail, so yeah.
Does she seem to be telling the truth?
Does she seem to be telling the truth? I mean, okay, you're a mind reader. You heard her
Yeah.
say, like, shit, I did it bad. And then maybe I'll just send them to him anyway, and he'll deal with them because he wants magic
Right.
users.
So we do think we'll actually find him here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Well, according to the way that you read her mind, yeah, it seems like it.
Yes.
Did I make you roll for that? No, I did. Wait.
No,
You
you
didn't
already
have to
rolled
roll
this.
for it, because, yeah.
No, because I
Yeah.
used the potion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's already like a save or something.
Well, because it was you. I forgot you asked a question, Bert. Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, like I said, I have another appointment coming up, so it was amazing talking to you folks. Oh, actually, so let's set that up. Let's talk. And she grabs another piece of paper, and then she thinks better of it, and says, "I really need to get business cards. But here, let me." And she pulls out a phone, because while you don't have email in this world, you do have it's basically a pager. And she goes, "Do you have a pager number? I can we can swap numbers, and you can." She's talking to you, North, and you can let me know all the details on that Christmas ball. Oh, I'm so excited!
But what? Why don't we stop by later on in the week, and I'll give you some more details after we try and check out your bubble friend. Just to make sure that there's nothing going on there,
Did you just touch your nose? I looked away for just a second. Did you just go like this?
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. It's really good. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll leave my number with the sprite downstairs.
They're pixies. Don't be like that. They're pixies. You know they're pixies. She's a
That
little
was
offended
a-
now. You hear her thoughts. You still hear her thoughts, and she's like, "What a racist." No, I'm kidding.
Sensing the cue to leave, Bert, as little Cupid, stands up and says, "Thank you so very much for your time. I look forward so much to your next album."
So excited to put it out.
And immediately just grabs the two of them and starts walking.
Merry Christmas.
Over his
Christmas.
shoulder, Klaus is just like, "We'll look forward to your performance." Leaving it deliberately ambiguous which one he's referring to see what that conjures in her mind.
Okay. Are you still within range of hearing her mind?
I haven't walked out the door yet.
Okay. She goes, or in her mind, she's like, "I really hope he doesn't come to that performance, but I guess it doesn't matter. We'll have some bouncers. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine, Mariah. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a star. Mariah, you're gonna be a star. Think about what your agent tells you. Mariah, you're gonna be a star. The pixies love you." And
Oh
then
my god.
you
This is
walk out,
amazing.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
This Mariah has a little bit of anxiety. I don't know if real Mariah Carey does, but this one
I
does.
hope so.
This is beautiful.
And I think on that, we will end it for the night. But that is not at all how I thought this would go. Not even a little. It was
Welcome
hilarious.
to my world.
Amazing. That was so fun. But thank you guys all for joining me today and for being my lovely little adventuring party. Thank you everyone who came to watch. I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of this little 2-parter holiday session. I do not know how I'm going to wrap all that up in one more 2-hour session, but we'll figure it out. And next week we will be streaming on Friday, back to our normal day, not our normal time, same time as today, but on Friday. It'll be a right before Christmas kind of special thing. And Amanda will be joining us as well. I will be writing her into the story. As far as the rest of the stream schedule goes, for next week, on Monday, Aiden and I will be here to do some astronomy, or amateur astronomy. On Wednesday, me and Michael will be here for doing some astronomy news. And like I said, on Friday, we'll be back to finish up this little holiday romp with Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé as the villains of this world. Also, V Mandarina said, I wonder if Mariah Carey fills her tub, cracks open some wine, and puts her second favorite album, after all her albums, of course Michael's, and enjoys a soothing Bublé bath. And on that note...
I was leaving that one for you. Just saying.
I love it. Do you guys have anything to leave them on before we go? Please follow, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Shout out to Cool Potato 666 for following, and for the Quelmar Realm, I hope I'm saying that right, for rating, and thank you for the raiders for sticking around. Anything else? Anybody have anything to plug?
I'm real excited to hear how this one ends.
Me too.
Same.
It's gonna be great.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.